Hi guys, this is Andrea here, and we're going live. This might be my first live on Instagram, so let me know if I'm doing something wrong. I am going to interview an um, amazing team elite in the business that I got the pleasure to meet when we were in Africa. Fantastic guy, and I just want to see if everything works fine perfectly. I don't even know how I get to invite somebody on here, so I need to first figure that out. So give me some time. Go live with. I've sent you an invitation. And I'll tell you a little bit about. Oh, Ben's here. Hey.
Hey guys.
Great. I might put this on just to make sure the
I
sound
might
is
put
okay.
this
But is
on.
it okay on your side?
Yeah, I have to put
Yeah,
it on
let's
as
do
well.
it. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, if you guys can hear us fine, please let us know. Ben, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, everything's perfect. Great. Hopefully you guys can hear us. It's amazing to have this live with you, Ben. We've been planning this for a while and finally we got to do it.
I know.
You're an amazing leader.
Thank
And
you.
you're calling us from Canada right now.
That's
And
right.
I'm glad we managed to organize with the time difference also.
Exactly.
How amazing,
Google lied.
that we have this technology. Yeah, that we can just call each other from across the world. And let me just tell you a little bit about, you to the guys that are watching us. So Ben and I met in Malawi when we visited our Nourish the Children program and Force for Good Foundation, and it was an incredible experience. And I'll get you to tell us a little bit about that.
Sure.
But you're a team elite, and you've built an incredible business. You're based in Canada, Vancouver right now, or Toronto?
Right now.
Vancouver right now. Okay. And you have a banking background, and you still joined our business. And I would love to hear your story to start with. And then I'm going to ask you how you're getting on with New Skin as a man. So tell us your story, please.
Cool. So hi everyone. Thank you for taking the time. It's my pleasure to meet you all. Heard amazing things from Andrea's team. So my background is in banking. I've actually grew up in Vancouver. I came from Hong Kong, so like I grew up in Vancouver and studying education during my university years. But the market wasn't great, so like we had to wait 2 years after graduation to become a full-time teacher. So back then I was like, I can't wait full-time like for 2 years for full-time. So I've had a backup plan, which is banking. And I did banking for 6 years, both personal investment and business banking. I learned a lot because in business banking, all my clients were all not individuals. They're all business, but not small business. Because the bank that I worked with, HSBC, uh, all their clients was 4 million or above. So imagine like uh,
Wow.
a business having 4 million and above to consider our clients. So most of our clients were like hotels, real estate, developers, or like big telecommunication companies. So I learned a lot because all my clients were VPs or AVPs. So I learned how to deal with bigger people who want their stuff done now, kind of thing. Like everything is urgent. Um, but it also got me really stressed, and that's when the health came in. I had a lot of pimples and just like not really taking care of myself because I was always in the desk in the cubicle. So my friend introduced me to some products like the spa machine, tea green, and some detox products. That's how I met the company. So I truly believe in knowing the products before entering the business, and had no intention to join actually, because when I was in doing personal banking, there's a lot of these people who recruit you. I'm pretty sure like how you would meet people in the
Yeah.
hotel, like people would like, oh, you should come work for me, or I wish I can have you on my team. So during the personal banking time, I actually had a lot of people with like insurance or other MLMs, but I had no interest at all because I didn't see a future like in myself. I'm like, oh, that's not what I
Yeah.
want, and so I never thought about joining, especially a skincare one, because there's so many different ones out there. So, but after knowing the product, seeing it change my acne, my health, and it helped me detox. Back then, my upline was still a high university student, year one. So I
That's
saw her.
crazy.
She was doing new skin on the side, but her upline was $10 million. Like her mom is a $10 million circle. But she chose to not do the
Wow.
mom's account, but she chose to start her own account. So, and her
Amazing.
goal was after graduating university, she wants to earn a stable income from new skin for $5,000. And I don't know about in Europe, but in America, like Canada, after graduation, earning $5,000, like either Canadian or US, is very, very hard. It's not like an easy
Yeah.
like math, and then oh, I get like a $5,000 job right after university, no matter what you are. So I was like, oh, ambitious goal, and then slowly when I kind of see her progress in new skin part time while at school. She was able to earn like 1,000 to 2,000 just part time. And then I was like, whoa, like what are you doing? Because after tax, I don't know about Europe, but like Canadian after
Yeah.
tax, the more you earn, the more tax you get. So
Yeah.
I was like, I work at a bank. All these like so stressful. My health is going down. I don't have time. I'm in this cubicle. I'm like close to what she's earning, but like compare wise, I feel like she doesn't do much. Like because I'm just seeing from the outside.
Yeah.
Like all I see is like maybe something like live like this, some pictures, some
Yeah.
self, some math, and I'm like, how can you earn so much? So that's when I slowly learned about the business and really got to understand what is MLM, what is new skin, what is the anti-aging product. So I learned from scratch. I didn't know like any skincare background, any science background, nothing at all. And the funny thing is, most of my upline, like the core team, they're speaking in Mandarin. But like I said, I grew up in Vancouver. My Chinese is really, really minimal, but because I saw myself, I was telling myself if I learn this language, it can make me money because the team is in that environment, then I'll do it. So it took me 2 years from like
Wow.
really minimum Chinese to now I can read, write, listen, and even like coach and like teach and give lessons in Chinese. So it's been a big learning curve, but it's definitely worth it. It
Wait a
brought
second, Ben. You just said you're willing to learn a language, and Chinese language, Mandarin, which is not really an easy language,
yeah.
uh, if this is what you need to do to become successful at this
Yeah.
business. I think that's incredible commitment. It's fantastic.
Well, I watch all your videos and still catching up, and it's trainable. I believe is one of the key features. Because coming into this business as a guy, um, most of my upline, most of my team member, most of my sidelines were all female. Um, but back then, my $10 million upline, she was saying, you know what? Don't focus on who's around you. Focus on what the company can offer me, what the platform can offer me. So she encouraged me to check out like the whole different market. Like she told me to go online, to go on like Japan, Korea, Europe, like all different like outside of Vancouver, outside of Canada, like opening my eyes. She's like, this platform is not a local platform. It's a global platform. I'm like, okay. But then after I've done more research on it, like the company is like on New York Stock Exchange. Because of my banking background, I think a lot. So I
Yeah.
analyze a lot. I want to see numbers. I want to see proof. I don't want to just like hear from someone and say, okay, yeah, I think so. But I did a lot of my own
Yes.
research, a lot of my own like background check, on like discovery, on the stock exchange, and on our technology. And then slowly I went into the market, and then I always click to the top, like the $10 million, the $20 million. I'm like, she's not lying to me. It's mostly guys. Like, if you guys, anyone online today, I don't know if you've checked or you feel like you're the only guy in the team, but if you really bigger your scope and see the global business, most of the successful like 10 million, 20 million earners are guys. Like
Exactly.
it's crazy. Although like more probably 90% of our business is women, but most people who actually make money, who actually see this as a business, as a international business, is mostly guys because they see it as not just whitening or like lipstick. They don't see it as
Yeah.
that. They see more of like a bigger picture, a platform where
Yeah.
actual business can grow and international with very, very, very little cost.
Yeah. And then you had a crazy success. You know, you said to me that you grew so fast. Tell us a little bit about that. How did that happen?
So it did not happen overnight. I did not want to send off a wrong
Yeah.
thought or like, image that like MLM is like, ooh, overnight rich. Is definitely not. It took a lot of hard work. Like I said, I had to learn the whole language on top of like the product.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give like the wrong signal out there. You do have to work hard. But the thing is, once you find the momentum, find your way, and find a platform that it's suitable for you, then I feel like it will boom. When I entered the business, it was body spa, and we're launching R Square. So Vitality and that R Square. So that was the age
Yeah.
of it was way back then. Um, and then
So was it like 8 years ago? 7?
six years ago, 7 years ago,
6? Yeah, 'cause similar to me. Yeah, yeah, okay.
similar. And then um, yeah, I had no clue like what was skincare. Actually flew back to Asia because back then Asia had a really well-known spa kind of way of doing it, of lifting half face up. Because I just want to learn more back then. I just want to see
Yeah.
where people are teaching. They're not in my team. They're not my upline. They're not my sidelines. I'm a newbie. Um, I just want to learn more, but more by myself.
Yeah.
Because first of all, the training was in Mandarin back then, so I didn't absorb everything. So I had to find my
Yeah.
own solution. Second is like I want someone who's really good at what they do, and if they're open to teaching me, like why not? If they're not, I can still listen. So I went back to learn the spa machine, like what we call like the way of doing it. So because you only have one time, and it has to go up after the first time. It doesn't,
Yeah.
then it's gone. So I want
You screwed, yeah.
so that I did that. Where was I going with this question? That's how I begin, right?
I
So,
don't know, but what I know, Ben, if we stop for a second, is that I'm so inspired by you right now. You know, you flew all the way to Asia from Canada to check out how to do the galvanic spa because, you know, you didn't understand the training. So you took the initiative to go fly, invested your time, energy, effort, money to learn really and to, you know, get your resources and figure it out and find a way. And that is also an incredible commitment. I think that it's very rare that people do spend the time, they do invest the energy and the effort to just even learn how to do it, and it's amazing, you know, that you've done that.
well, I guess back then I was in the mindset where if I'm gonna leave my full-time banking that I used 6 years to build, um, and back then I wasn't in a bad position. Like I was just graduating. I
Yeah.
got into head office. I was moving really fast in the banking industry. Like I definitely see a lot of future, but like, is it the future that I want? That's what I was. But if I was going to give up that into this, I must be very clear. It's worth my time.
Yeah.
It's gonna definitely pay off, and it's gonna be something that I can live on for a long time. And that's why I had to. It's like my future, right? It's like marrying this
Yeah,
company. I took it really serious, and
amazing.
I took the initiative to learn. And I don't want to get the excuse of like, oh, there's no one to teach me, or there's no guys in my team, there's no guy mentor, or I don't know the language. I don't want to give myself any excuse to say this is not for me. If this is for anyone, I've heard a lot of great stories, and I'm very eager to those two girls that you have on your team. They're amazing. Like those inspire me. And I want to learn from those stories. Like they're not letting their personal circumstance or what they are now
Yeah,
to stop them from doing really great in this business. Because I went to conventions, I went to different country conventions, and I've seen people on stage. Um, to be honest, like sometimes I see them like, if she can do it, I can definitely do it. Because
yeah,
it's not because of education. It's not because of like if they're pretty or not, or it's not if they're like really like young or old. It's never one type. It's always about how bad you want it, and I guess you
yeah,
find a way. And going back to your original question, like how I moved up is just really learning, like soaking up so much. For the first half a year, actually, I did not have any sales. Like no one wanted to, because I had acne.
no sales for 6 months.
Like acne, a
Zero.
lot. So
Yeah.
imagine if like a guy with a lot of acne coming up to anyone who's watching who is a woman and say, "Hey, by the way, do you want me to help like try this on your face?" Would you? I highly doubt it you would, because girls are so sensitive of people touching their face, especially with a machine that
Yeah,
shocks you. So
yeah,
it's it's kind of like it's really different from like, okay, a girl approaching a girl is like, okay, hey, I tried this, it'll slim my face, do you want to try? It's way easier for a girl to girl talk to like that, but for a guy, like I'm
yeah.
like, it was hard. And then it was until the Too Faced Essence Ultra when they upgraded to age lock, when they said you can do half face. So I did half face, and then that was it. And then with the spa machine, I do half
The,
face only. So I did half face half a year actually.
amazing. Wow.
It's
Incredible.
still a little bit. It's come down a lot, but it was this side. So I was
Yeah,
always
that
like
one's still
the
up.
yeah. That's how I went from like nothing to a little bit of success and trying to get the momentum.
Yeah, amazing. So, how do you do it now as a man? You know, what do you talk about to people? How do you share this opportunity with others?
So for the longest time, for when I was a new person, I always thought, oh, there must be some secret the other team is not telling us. There must be some kind of secret formula that they're not sharing to anybody. But it's not true. After collaborating with all different countries, all different teams, all different ages, you name it, I've collaborated with them, and I don't think there's any secret, to be honest. New Skin is very simple, okay? Like, like there's no secret. Just like follow, be trainable, and do. At first, it can get really heartbreaking because you might do a lot, you might input a lot, but the result is very little. But again, like you want to see further and like longer, where um, the result will pour in and multiply and just quadruple when it's the residual, when it's passive, right? Then is it fair then? It's not fair too. So, but before you get there, the foundation has to be really solid. I would say like product knowledge is very, very key, and know your why. Um, that's probably like every team's like what the why story, right? Like why are you doing this? Like why is it so important? Like every almost all the teams I've been with is like your new skin why story. And then like product is
And
just
Ben, so what was your strong why? Yes, you wanted to make $5,000 a month, But why? Why were you running away from banking? Why weren't you happy there? You know, why did you want it so bad? I just want to hear that.
I think there's a couple of whys. Initially, it was technically I can't see myself being in my banking industry because I moved up really quick. I was in head office when I was in like 20, 21, 22. So my upper management, my VP, was not that old. From like they were they were probably 10 years older. And then every day I was thinking, I'm like, if 10 years later, if I'm gonna be them, will I be happy? Will I be satisfied? Is that what I want? That's when it first clicked. And then I calculated because moving up from a corporate, you need time. You need people to give you a opportunity. Your boss, maybe your boss, or maybe like the VP or regional manager or someone else up there to give you the opportunity. It doesn't matter how good you are. Sometimes maybe someone worse than you, who's not smart as you, who's not hardworking as you, will get the job, and you're still stuck there for another year, or hunting another opportunity. So I didn't want to wait. It got me really frustrated that why am I basing my life on someone else's giving me opportunity in the bank or in any kind of corporate industry? And then at the same time, I'm like, is this the only way to earn money? I mean, like, I grew up from a 9 to 5 background. My family was a 9 to 5. No one started any business. So the mindset is very different for me to switch. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's definitely just a learning process. I just keep seeing, especially now with like Instagram and online, that there's more people and ways of earning money. But
Yeah.
the second question I asked is it global and like is it like onwards? Is it like a residual kind of thing? So it got me thinking a lot when I was really young, because I was lucky enough to expose myself with older people, and then I see their pattern. Because it's so noisy now. There's everyone telling you is this way can earn me, this way can earn money, but like what is suitable for what my future needs is, and what's future like is it doable, and can I achieve it, and will I enjoy it? So everything is the whole package. It's not just like one or two things. But my why is really just
Yeah.
like I can't stand people to give me an opportunity. I rather take charge and say,
Yeah.
okay, in New Skin, if I want to just hit here is my goal. It's not my upline goal. My upline actually did not know that I submit the LOI when I submit the LOI.
That's amazing.
But mind you, I struggled the same way after the LOI. After the 1,000 points, it was the old structure. We only hit
Yeah.
the old structure, and then after the first month, I actually did not make. After the 1,000 points, I did not make anything else. I was like, I probably don't want to do it. I was so close to get. So whoever is watching, I'm sure you guys experience a similar mindset. But if I gave up that way, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be talking to you guys. But everybody, no one is special. I'm sorry, but like no one is special in this business. Everybody goes through the same route, go through the same trouble, same challenges. Everybody has to meet their targets. Everybody have like problems, challenges. As a guy, as a girl, as a young person, as an old person, it doesn't matter. Everybody, I'm sure, like 90% people would be like the same.
Exactly. Great. I just written them down. No one is special in this business. Absolutely love it. And I couldn't agree more. And how amazing is this band that it is truly a global business. And like you know, I have business international. I've spoken to a lot of people, and we all say the same things. It's amazing that first we get all this support, you know, and we can just chat about the business to anybody, ever, anywhere in the world, and then also that we all say the same things. We all experience the same things, and there's nothing that probably I experienced that you haven't, or you know,
We
I'm
always
sure
want to
we
like
all
that
have gone
because when
through.
I,
Yeah.
I don't blame you because most of the times when we're alone, when we're at home at night, and then like all the downlines or customers are not doing well, And then we start to down like really negative thinking, like, oh, why me? Why, how come all these social media or people on Facebook are doing so well, but like I'm just stuck here? And then it's normal. Just remember that you're not alone. Everybody you see who's successful has gone through what you've gone through, and it's just a matter of mindset. That's why I feel like mindset is very important, and it is a hard
Absolutely.
thing.
What's your favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. What's your favorite book
Favorite.
that you ever read?
Ooh, the
I
Go
know
Giver.
you've probably read a million.
That I do start reading a lot of books. I'm not like a book person growing up, but
Yeah.
I understand that for my team to grow, I need to grow. For me to earn more, I need to grow. And I've never liked school. I was never good in school. So this learning is actually really, really hard. But it pays off. But my favorite book would be The Go Giver. It's like a red cover and teaches about giving. This kind of relates to the Malawi trip. One thing I really liked about New Skin is that the culture, the people, it's very different. It's the culture that they tell you from the beginning. It's not about the money, but it's about who you become and who they want you to become. It's like a giving person. Learn to give, and then because I feel like that it's very toxic. It can very easily go into like I don't want to give because all the givers are like
Yeah.
losers or they don't win. They don't get anything. But I struggle with that when I started because oh should I give so much? Like what if I give and nothing comes back? Or nothing really like if I give everything, then who's looking after me? Like all those mindset things do slowly change. And as I learned about the company, the founders, and the leaders in the company, and all around the world, they all have one unique thing is like they give a lot. They love giving, not blindly, but like on purpose, with intention. They give, and it works, especially in Malawi, because we give in a way that not just giving a fish to a person, but we teach them how to fish. So, like, there are different ways to give, and I feel like that book, The Go Giver, teaches many aspects of giving, but also at the same time winning, not just losing, but like, so, because some people feel like I give, then I lose, but no, you can win and
Yeah.
give. Yeah.
Absolutely agree. And wasn't that trip in Malawi one of the best trips of our lifetimes? Honestly, I think it was for me. It changed so many things in me, and I thought we would go there to help these people, but I felt like they helped me more. With my mindset, with my experience, and being grateful for everything we have in life. It was just such a touching trip. And tell us, Ben, what did that trip give to you? Did you ever think that you would ever go to Malawi? One of the poorest countries in the world, and spend a week there?
I actually, right before that, I went to our success trip in South Africa.
Yeah.
So flying to Africa was really long for South Africa, and I was like, oh, this is probably my last time touching Africa, like the continent. And then like a month later, like I got an invitation and it's like, oh, do you want to go to Malawi? I'm like, again? I'm like, so far. But it's such an honor. I've never imagined that I could go so quick. It is on my vision board. Excuse me. It is on my vision board that I want to go one day to Malawi to see these kids, to see what our program is doing. Never thought it would happen so fast. It was such an honor and got to really meet great people. Everyone on that trip was amazing. All the leaders that I met, and the program that we're actually doing, like the SAFIs, the Nourish the Children meals. This I never imagined like what I thought we're doing, but we're actually doing 100 times more. Like you said, I thought we
Yeah.
were going to help them, but actually witnessing how the program auto runs have its own equilibrium, helping each, like replenishing and helping other people. I feel that is my biggest takeaway. I've always heard like, you know, don't give a man like a fish, but teach them how to fish. But I never saw
Yeah.
it. But when I was there, I definitely saw how New Skin is teaching the locals and locals spread instead of us just teaching one after another and after. Because that's kind of like our business. If you want to teach
Yeah.
like one after another, you'll be insane. But it's about one teaching the other, and then they go teach more, and then they go teach more. It's just spreading faster. Um, it's just bringing network marketing into farming. That's like
Yeah.
amazing. Never thought about that, and it works really well.
Yeah.
And if one day we would pull out of Malawi, they won't like all of a sudden just go back to zero. They won't die. They won't like
Yeah.
lose everything. They would have enough knowledge and people and skills that they can self-sustain within that whole little country. So I feel that's another thing, that we're not forcing them into something that they don't want, or we want. We're helping them in their way and just helping them spread everywhere. So that's like my biggest
Uh,
takeaway coming back.
Amazing. I've taken already 30 minutes of your time, Ben. I just want to have one, maybe final two tips for people that are starting now. You know, they're excited about the opportunity. What's your most important tips for them in this business? What's the secret?
I would say the secret would be trainable. Trainable was really,
Yeah.
really, it doesn't have to be someone, a lot of people when they say trainable, they're like, oh, my upline's not good enough, or like stuff like they're waiting for someone to give them. When I say trainable, it doesn't have to be from someone else. It means that you yourself is open to training. You're open to learning. You're open to going out there to find ways to learn for yourself and not just waiting someone to tell you. So trainable, it's um, it's always a key, because if you
Number
don't,
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
because like we said before, like everyone runs into a problem, but the thing is how we face the problems and how we find solutions for the problem. That's like one key, and then taking action is another key. A lot of people love to learn. They go and like find out all these like secrets with different teams, but and then they become the expert, and then they don't
Yeah.
do anything. They just know a lot of stuff. They're like, oh, so and so is doing this, so and so is doing this, so and so have this new demo, but like, and then they don't do anything for themselves. So I feel like that's another thing. So after you learn, you have to like really apply what you learn, and don't really always compare. Oh, they have certain success. It works for them. It might not work for me. Um, there's no one way. Like I said, I've seen so many different conventions where like old people who don't know technology, or they don't know any product, they only know one product. Um, it can still work for them. So it doesn't have to be one formula. I feel New Skin is like different formulas. As long as it works, it's fine.
Absolutely. And I love what you said, you know, that I like to say it this way, that it's, you know, who gets who's going to swim across the lake, not really the person that knows how to swim, but the one who actually swims. It's all about taking action. And I agree, you know, when I started, I didn't have a clue what to do. My uplines don't speak Hungarian. You know, I have a similar story like you. I had to do everything on my own in a way, but I went out and found my answers. And, you know, I attended so many events. How many events did you attend in these 6 years, Ben? If you could give us a rough idea.
I don't remember. I don't remember, but like I had to go to most events. I even flew out for a lot of events. Because of my team, they were mostly Asians, so I flew out to Asia a
Yeah.
lot. Went to China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, just to learn how, because they were fastest growing back then. Um, and I just want to learn, what are they doing that's so fast? What are, like, how is it different from America? And then after learning, I have to bring that back to America and find a way that it works, because it's so much bigger here. Asia is so dense.
Yeah.
So everyone is like in one spot, but like in America, everyone's spread out. So even after learning, I have to like filter out and then see what I can learn and take home and then apply it in my local instead of just like
Yeah.
learning there. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, well, Ben, I just want to say thank you so much for taking this time. Thank you
You.
for waking up, and we're so honored to have you on this call. And I hope we can do many more like this, on different topics. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but I always love to hear, what you guys are doing on the other side of the world. And I'm sure our team gets to see you at the Global Convention Nu Skin Live in October. If they want to meet you, I can introduce them to you there.
Sure. Love to
Yeah.
meet you guys all.
So in October, we'll see you. And yeah, hopefully we get to see you on another live maybe sometime soon. So we really appreciate your time and your knowledge.
Thank you.
I've taken so many notes in between. So thank you so much. And I hope you have an amazing day.
Great,
And we'll
great.
see you soon. Take care. Bye.